Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dutchness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over to Mother Shuckers.
Mark Hughes Plumbing and HVAC is here to solve your plumbing and heating problems while meeting your renovation needs. Now serving Berkeley, Jefferson, Hampshire, and Mineral counties. We're a family-owned and operated company that's fully licensed and insured. We can do kitchen and bathroom upgrades and remodels, plumbing, HVAC and light excavation, well pumps, water heaters, and drain clearing. Call 304-620-8013. Mark's Hughes Plumbing and HVAC. We look forward to working with you.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Trips Flooring, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Burke Schultz Harmon and Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, Hagerstown Ford, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremation Robert Fields and Sons, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Floor Pools, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Palace Lounge, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mirius Group Ameriprise Financial Services LLC, and the Berkeley County Health Department.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you out to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, as we get ready for EPAC Baseball. It's the Region 2 Championship Series between the Hedgesville Eagles and Jefferson Cougars. Jefferson taking yesterday's ball game in Game 1, 3-1, and have a chance to end the series today and advance to the state tournament. But if Hedgesville were to win, we're back at Jefferson tomorrow for Game 3. Trip, it's the best time of the year, I guess, in high school baseball in some ways, because even though it's the end of the season, we are getting some of the best baseball. Yesterday's game did not disappoint. A 3-1 victory for Jefferson. Defensive pitchers duel, what we would expect it to be at this point in the year, and I would expect more of the same today with two great pitchers on the mound once again.
Oh, yeah. I think it's, like you said, it's the best time of year to watch this game. I mean, in a world where it seems like everyone gets a trophy, I mean, in EPAC baseball, only one gets a trophy. And so they're playing a lot on the line here today. It's going to basically come down, I believe, like it did yesterday, for the team that makes the least amount of mistakes. They're going to make mistakes. They're kids. They're young. You just got to, hopefully that it doesn't cost you at that point. And, you can rebound from it, and it just comes down to the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, because I think you're going to see, two good pitchers on the mound that's going to give both their teams a chance to win. And, Hedgesville yesterday had a couple guys on base and, wasn't able to get them in. Jefferson took advantage of a mistake and then got a couple base hits late and a sac fly. So both teams generated a run. and then Jefferson just took advantage of a couple of miscues by Hedgesville, and that's all it took for Jefferson to hold on as Engel just threw an absolute gem. It felt like, at times that, one run was going to be enough, as the way he just kept throwing the contact, and Hedgesville just wasn't able to get, solid contact on it. And when they did, Jefferson's defense stepped up and played really, really well. So, Jefferson's home here tonight. I expect, all these seniors knowing that this is their season, this is their year on the line, and you look for Hedgesville to get together and get after it and give it all they got, knowing that, they got 2 games to get to state, and it starts, today, one inning at a time.
Yeah, next year these 2 teams would have, I guess, already qualified for the state tournament, as the field will be expanding to 8 teams, which will give, of course, the EPAC more representation, and as well as the other regions as well. But this season it's still a 4-team state tournament bracket, so one of these 2 teams will be headed to Charleston. Our pregame show brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
May is National Stroke Awareness Month, and WVU Medicine would like to remind you it's important to recognize the signs and symptoms and be fast in seeking medical attention. B, balance loss. E, eyesight changes. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. And T, time to call 911. Immediate treatment can decrease the risk of disability and prevent death. This important message is brought to you by WVU Medicine.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Baseball complex will now get into our coaches' interviews, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Then call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. We'll hear from the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, John Lowry Sr. first, and then Hedgesville head coach Eric Grove second. Here's John Lowry, the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars. Coach, you guys were able to get the 3-1 win yesterday. What did you take away from the game?
Well, it's a 2 out of 3 series. It was nice to say we won the first one, but we haven't won anything yet. We got to win another game. That's the key to a series when you play more than one game, and so we got to be ready to play today.
Looking back on the game, you had a lot of different guys step up for you. Talked about it yesterday in the post game. It takes a whole team to win. How do you kind of keep that mentality with your team? Because a lot of times you'll go to pinch hitters late in the games and just certain situation, use different guys. How do you kind of keep that next man up and everybody stay ready mentality on the team?
Well, it's just something we preach. It's kind of our philosophy. Everybody's got to be ready to play. I mean, obviously, when you have, a team, you want everybody on the team to feel that they make contributions to the team. And they see that that's the case when we ask guys to pinch hit or when we ask guys to base run. I remember one year I had a kid, he stole 30 bases. He was strictly a courtesy runner for us. But, I mean, what a contribution to have to get on and be able to get around the base that way. It's a team effort. It's not a one-person effort. And, I think if they can realize that, that's something they can take along with them once they leave and they get involved in other activities. It takes everybody to make something positive hopefully happen.
Andrew Engel pitched well for you yesterday, going to complete 7 innings, I should say, and Alex Danner going for you today. Last time against Martinsburg, he pitched really well in relief. So what are you looking for out of Alex today?
Well, we feel like we got some depth in our pitching staff. Andrew did a good job last night getting the ball across the plate, letting his defense play behind him. Alex has certainly thrown well for us this year. I think he's given up the least amount of hits of anybody on the staff so far this year. The key to him is keeping the ball over the plate. He's got some arm strength, and we're happy we have him on our side throwing for us today.
What do you think will be some keys today against Hedgesville playing at their place?
Well, the key for us every day is being able to score some runs. We don't score a lot of runs, so we got to make sure that we play good defense and we take advantage of the opportunities that present themselves to us, and just do the little things hopefully that'll in the end prove to be a difference in our favor.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Here with Hedgesville head coach Eric Grove. Coach lost yesterday 3-1, but a lot of good things in the game as well. Mason McGill pitched well enough for you guys to possibly get the win, but came down to those little mistakes, which it always seems to come down to against Jefferson. How do you try to prevent those today?
Well, I think if you get up on them a little more earlier, puts the pressure on that first or second run not being as crucial against them. I mean, you press because you know that usually one run's not going to beat them. So, I feel like everything that I probably told you yesterday was pretty spot on, and we didn't quite do enough. So now, today, offensively, we need to find more early and then just try to play error-free baseball. You have to do that against a team like this.
Quick turnaround, obviously, weather coming in later on today, so short rest for both teams. How do you think that helps your team? How do you think maybe it's a negative?
Well, we didn't have to get on the bus this morning, and they did, so that's probably an advantage. But obviously they're feeling good about how yesterday went and knowing that they just have to win one more, we have to win 2 more. But I think, this morning, if you're not excited enough to play in the second game of the regional championship, then, it's probably not your year anyway. But our guys seem pretty good, and we're going to give it everything we got.
Who are you looking to pitch today? You got a lot of different options.
Jay Vyans is pitching for us. Pulls him off second base, so Evan Williams is going to play second base. Jay gives us a great chance to win. He's going to locate his fastball. He's got all-speed pitches. As long as he throws the first strike, he'll be fine. Field his position, that's going to be important for him. If they do bunt and hit balls back to him, how does he respond? But I think he's ready for the moment.
Jay being a sophomore, Mason a sophomore, both those guys, obviously you have a lot of confidence in them, and you're focused on this year and trying to win this year, but to see those guys develop this season, what's that been like with a very senior-heavy team?
Yeah, they both have sub-1 ERA before yesterday at least, and so that's kind of rare, and Jay's been phenomenal. I kind of eased him along because early in the year he hurt his ankle right before tryouts, and it was kind of a significant ankle injury. So his first start was actually on JV, and then he's kind of progressed, better teams, bigger situations, and now we're at this moment where, it's been great to watch him develop and feel good about that part of it. But ultimately, we're just trying to win today, and I think he gives us a good chance to do that.
Any other keys for your team today, Coach?
No, I just think get up early and stay locked in. Don't if things don't go our way. You can't start pointing the finger, can't sit over here and panic. We've got to ultimately, it's going to take 21 outs to win the game.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you to both teams' head coaches. We'll go ahead and take another 2-minute break. And on the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups and first pitch here from the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, call the local law firm that can give you the help you need right now.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti, the one with 115 years of combined experience fighting for West Virginia accident victims. Get more with Mansion Ferretti,
the one that takes on the big insurance companies.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti. We're Mansion Ferretti.
After a car accident, we'll fight for every dollar you deserve. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. So call right now.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway and 1/2 hour drive from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, as we get ready for EPAC baseball action here in the Regional Championship Series Game 2. Game 1 going Jefferson's way. It was a best-of-3 series, meaning the Cougars hold the 2 games to win 1 advantage. But we'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups, which are presented to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. Starting for the Cougars and leading off and playing shortstop, number 9, Nyan Dominguez, batting second. The third baseman, Braden Oviedo, batting third. The first baseman, Surf Guerra, batting fourth. The catcher, Cole Smith, batting fifth. The left fielder, Liam Sager, batting sixth. The pitcher, Alex Danner, batting seventh. Is the designated hitter, Ben Popik, who's hitting for the right fielder, Brady Roberts, today. Batting eighth is Taryn Moulton, the second baseman. And rounding out the lineup is Andrew Rolfe in center field. For the Hedgesville Eagles, leading off and playing left field is Cash Dunham. Batting second, the center fielder, Landon Pence. Batting third, the first baseman, Mason Elliott. Batting fourth, the catcher, Trent Canerium. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Jay Vians. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Alex Manor. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Noah Brown. Batting eighth, Brett Pedersen, the designated hitter. And batting ninth, Kason Plogger, the right fielder. Jay Vines will start on the mound. Starting battery brought to you by Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit them on their Facebook page. And Trent Canerium will do the catching. On the Jefferson side, it will be Alex Danner and Cole Smith doing the catching. So Vines enters with an under 1 ERA. He's been good on the mound so far this year for Hedgesville. Mason McGill getting the start yesterday. Pitched well enough, Trip, to get the win, but a few little mistakes ended up leading to the Jefferson victory.
Yeah, I mean, at this time of the year now where, like I said, like in what I said earlier, was the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is going to be the victor generally. You get into this part of the season where every pitch is amplified, and so they're going to play tight. Everybody's playing a little bit tight, and both teams kind of loosen up a little bit here and just play ball. I'm sure after a pitch or two, these natural abilities and emotions will take over as these guys kind of play what they know, or play exactly what they how they feel and what they know.
1-1 count here. First pitch brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-4343. Dominguez swings and misses there to make it a 1-2 count now on the shortstop. The 1-2 misses outside for ball 2. Count even at 2-2.
Dominguez, nice job in the shortstop there yesterday. Made some nice plays, helped his team to victory.
They're a little bit high, make it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, Nyan Dominguez. Our top half of the first inning brought to you by the Brown Funeral Home in Cremations, as this pitch will miss outside for ball 4, and Dominguez walks to begin the ball game.
Nice job by Dominguez taking that 1-2 count and, working a walk there. Vines kind of had him where he wanted him, kept trying to nibble on the outer half, and that last pitch there was just too far off for Dominguez to offer, so it brings up Oviedo with a chance to move a runner up here and or just see what happens.
Pitch here to Braden Oviedo, a little bit high for ball 1, 1-0 count. Dominguez walked on that 3-2 pitch. The next pitch from Byans hits the zone. First strike 1 ball, 1 strike here on Braden Oviedo. Oviedo being moved up the lineup once again here today to the 2-hole. 1-1 count, a throw over, not in time.
I think it's important for Hedgesville to kind of get out front, not let Jefferson get out and run, especially elimination game when, these young guys can get, tighten up and worry about, the ending.
This one was low, but he went around for strike 2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Braden Oviedo, third baseman for the Cougars. And the 1-2 pitch to Oviedo is fouled off, and we will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Hedgesville's full of, talent with a tremendous amount of experience out there. They can certainly, win 2 games. They got some depth in their pitching staff, of course, and a lot of guys that have been hitting the ball really well. Just 10 days off yesterday. They're playing. Here comes a pitch.
This one outside for ball 2.
But the 10 days off, I think, hurts a hitting team like Hedgesville, probably worse than a team like Jefferson that, more of a get them in, get them over, get them in kind of team.
This one is a called strike 3 looking on Oviedo there for the first out of the ball game, and that will bring Surf Guerra to the plate, who will hit with a runner on first here in the top half of the first. And, yeah, you mentioned the time off. Jefferson's kind of gotten used to that, unfortunately, recently for them. Just hearing from Coach Lowry about, since I believe he said April 25th, they've been playing haven't been playing a lot of games recently, it feels like, because Guerra will take this one at the knees for a called strike 1.
Jefferson able to get down to the Civic Center and get in some pretty good practice. Other teams kind of stuck to their batting cages during all this rain, so they're actually able to work on defense and, in scenarios a little more than other teams.
0-1, is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Surf Guerra, the first baseman. And the 1-1 pitch to Guerra is inside for ball 2. Throw down a first, not in time as Dominguez walks back to the bag safely. So hitters count on Surf Guerra, 2 balls and 1 strike. Dominguez takes his lead off at first. Vines delivers the next pitch. That's a called strike 2. We're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's twice now. Jefferson's taking that pitch a little up and on the outer half, so they're going to have to adjust to that. They might not think it's a strike, but it's certainly in the zone there, according to Jeff King.
Here's the 2-2. Guerra's going to send it the opposite way into right field. Runner Dominguez was already in motion, and he's going to head all the way to third on the single from Guerra. So Cougars got a runner in scoring position now with just 1 out for one of the best in the state in Cole Smith.
Yeah, nice job there. Hit and run on there, and the hitters count. People say, well, when do you hit and run? Who do you hit and run with? We hit and run with contact guys that can put the ball the other way. You get in a hitter's count where they can, the pitcher needs to throw a strike. So just a good job coaching there. Good time to hit and run, and it worked out well for Jefferson as Williams vacated second, and Aguirre was able to put it there.
Time called by Smith at the plate. Hedgesville in the white jerseys, pinstripes with the white pinstripe hats and the blue pants. Jefferson in their maroon uniforms with the gold letters and gold numbers across the chest. As this one sent the opposite way, or into the deep left center field, leaping up and making the catches land and Pence against the wall, but that will be deep enough for Nyan Dominguez to come in and score on the sacrifice fly and give Jefferson the 1-0 lead, but a heck of a catch out there in center.
Yeah, I thought that ball was going to go off the big blue monster out there. Pinch kept reading it, kept looking back, checking the fence, leaped up and took it off of that blue monster out there. Great catch, great athleticism out there in center field as Pinch is showing you why he's a first-team outfielder there in the EPAC this year.
Yeah, but that's why you hit and run, to get the runner over to third, and you never know what can happen. Either get the sac fly or, of course, we've seen some wild pitches and stuff like that are already in the series come back and hurt Hedgesville, as Sager's going to swing at the first pitch and send it into shallow right, and rolling over and making the catch is Kason Plogger to end the inning. But Jefferson gets one on the sac fly. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Our score 1-0 Cougars. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The 1-0 lead on the sac fly from Cole Smith, scoring Nyan Dominguez, who led off the game with a walk to give Jefferson the early 1-0 lead here over Hedgesville. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. We'll see the Hedgesville bats here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Yeah, just to recap that bottom of the first, I mean, that's just great EPAC baseball. Wonderful call on the hit and run, great contact swing on the right side of the field for Aguirre that moved the runner over, and then Cole Smith driving that ball. Was like it might have had a chance to get out of here, but Pinch goes back there and makes a next level collegiate style play off the wall out there. If not, I mean, that inning could have got really ugly real quick. So, though they did give up the run, Pinch saved, I believe, a bigger inning, and I think that's something they can build on here, try to win this inning or at least get it tied back up. And, Hedgesville has to, in my opinion, the type of team that needs to, to get out and get running, get a little bit loose, not play on their heels here. And I'm sure that's been preached to them all day and all night, not worry about, just play it, one pitch at a time and not worry about what could possibly be the ending, and just, get out there and give it all you got, leave everything on the field. If Hedgesville does that, which they're certainly capable of, they can really make a run at this thing in the next 2 games.
Bottom of the first inning, brought to you by Larry DeMarco at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state area, and call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-250-3551 or visit them online at www.modernrealtyresults.com. First pitch misses inside to Cash Dunham for ball 1. It's Alex Danner on the mound today for the Jefferson Cougars. The right-hander kicks and deals on 1-0 and misses again inside for ball 2.
Danner's establishing the inside there. All that talk about, what Jefferson needs to do, the first thing they need to do is figure out what's been a great year for Danner and try to figure out a way to get some runs off of him.
This one fouled away by Cash Dunham.
Has a little more velo than the other pitchers. Throws a little harder downhill. Pretty good curveball.
2-1 count. The next pitch to Dunham. Called a strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Lowry mentioned it in our pregame interview. Alex Danner giving up the least amount of hits out of his big 3 starters, I guess you could say. and Jet Gross, Andrew Engel, and Danner. This one's low for a ball.
Yeah, earlier, I mean, his whip, which is, walks hits per inning, was up a little bit because of the walks, but he's cleaned that up a good bit here. And you hear Coach John Lowry talk about he needs to limit those walks, and if he does that, he's really effective.
3-2, though, misses inside for ball 4, and both teams start with a leadoff walk. We'll see if Hedgesville can do what Jefferson did and take advantage of it.
Hedgesville yesterday was not shy about running the bases. See if they feel the same way today with a different battery. As a couple of times they got a pretty good jump there. It's definitely that second steal there by, I believe, Elliott was a big jump on the pitcher. So I'm sure Jefferson seen that and know what they have to deal with.
You mentioned it there, Tripp. The walk's a little bit of an issue for Danner because while he's only given up 15 hits, he's given up 22 walks, which also leads the team. But, like you said, the whip has dropped since early in the year. 1-0 count here on Landon Pence as this one's high for ball 2, 2-0, and Cole Smith's going to come out and speak to his pitcher.
Yeah, they're going to talk to him, tell him, don't overthrow. Let your defense work. You got some great defense behind you. You've seen it last night. Be confident in your pitches. Garrett gives him another pat on the back there. The senior catcher, sophomore first baseman out there giving a few tips there, calming down the junior pitcher.
Danner will step back on the mound. Looking to Smith. Runner takes off. Hedgesville's got him caught in a rundown, or Jefferson, I should say, got him caught in a rundown. And a throw back to first. Danner's tag, though, not in time, according to our first base umpire. Sliding back in is Cash Dunham. So it looked like for sure they were going to be able to pick him off there, Tripp, but according to the umpire, the tag was a little bit too late.
Yeah, Hedgesville, almost ran himself out of that one there. Dunham was taken off and was trying to read Danner there. Danner turned and threw, and Jefferson doesn't usually give you an extra out. And this, so far, there's an extra out this inning as Cash Dunham gets back.
2-0, called a strike. Make it 2 balls and a strike here on Landon Pence, the center fielder who just made a heck of a catch out there in center, like you said, to possibly prevent more runs from coming across in that last half inning as this one's fouled away. Just a 1-0 lead here for Jefferson. Bottom of the first inning, 2-2 count. And a runner on first for Hedgesville as Cash Dunham led off the inning with a leadoff walk.
Yeah, Danner establishing the inside there on the last 2 pitches. Had Pence pulling his hands in there with that velo.
The 2-2. Fouled away again there by Pence.
A little late on that one.
Yeah, Danner running him inside early on in these at-bats.
Both teams working the pitchers here to first inning.
The 2-2. High there for ball 3, so a full count on Landon Pence and a chance for Hedgesville to get 2 on and nobody out here in this bottom of the first.
Back-to-back full counts for Danner.
Danner checks the runner. Dunham takes off on the 3-2. This one hit back up the middle for a base hit for Landon Pence to do the quick defense. Even with the runner in motion, he's only able to take second. As Rolf was there right away in center field.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Pence there. Again, the ball was in a little bit. Pulled those hands in. That inside fastball with velo is hard to handle there. Got over the plate a little bit there, and Pence was able to shoot that thing into center field. Hit it so hard that Dunham couldn't move up.
Mason Elliott now will bat as this one misses low and outside for ball 1. Cole Smith slides down and hauls it in over there behind the plate. So 2 on, nobody out here, bottom of the first inning between Hedgesville and Jefferson. Danner will check his runner and deliver the next pitch, and that one inside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, another nice pitch there on that inner half. If he stays there, it's going to be really hard to hit. He just has to stay out of those hitters' counts, and Hedgesville doing a good job here today of working the count a little bit better than they did last night.
1-1. This one hit hard off the glove of Danner. Over to the second baseman, Moulton, who will make the throw but not in time and up the line anyway. As Mason Elliott is able to reach first. He smacked that up the middle. Could have scored a run if Danner doesn't get a glove on it. But either way, the bases are loaded here for Trent Canerium.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly, if Moulton had a shot at it because it came off his glove there, if he would have had a shot to catch that line drive. But Danner almost snagged it and turned it into a double play. So just a game of inches, very similar to last night with Jefferson with a swinging bunt. They got them going. And then you turn around here, and Jefferson or Hedgesville's twice now has, hit the ball right back through the box against Danner here. So it's going to bring the corners up, it looks like, and maybe the middle's going to stay back, try to get Canerium in a double play if possible. But great opportunity for Hedgesville here to get out and running and get this game tied up and even the lead.
Danner will step off and reset here at the bases loaded, nobody out. 1-0 Jefferson, but it's the bottom of the first inning, and Hedgesville definitely threatening Trent Canerium at the plate. Canerium will take the first pitch low for ball one as Danner gets behind here once again.
A little bit surprised we haven't seen Coach Lowry out yet.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. But
it's usually pretty quick coming out.
Maybe he feels like Danner works a little bit better without somebody coming up and talking to him. I don't know.
Yeah, every coach knows their players better than we do.
1-1 count. Bases loaded. Danner delivers the next pitch. Misses outside there for ball two.
Last night we seen a sight ball game. Maybe today we'll see some fireworks.
Good. And now here's head coach John Lowry. So he's going to come out and talk to him here.
He's sending somebody to the bullpen as well just to get loose. He's going to come out. Oh, we're going to see something. Oh, he's going to change it now. Williams is going to the left. Looks like Sager's going to come.
Yeah. A little bit shocking here to see it in the middle of an at-bat, but we have seen that from Coach Lowry before, so.
Well, let's look at his pitch count here, maybe. Alex Danner with a quick short leash here today, as Coach Lowry may have kept him under 30 just in case he might need something tomorrow.
Right.
So that could be the reason why. But generally, it's not unheard of for Jefferson to change a pitcher in the middle of a batter. But yeah.
So we'll take a break with Liam Sager coming on in relief. Our score, Hedgesville trails Jefferson 1-0. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The future doesn't wait. Why should you? Blue Ridge Community and Technical College offers over 60 degree and certificate programs in education, IT, culinary arts, engineering, and so much more. Small class sizes, flexible schedules with evening and online classes, affordable tuition, plus financial aid is available to those who qualify. Now you can go to college. Visit us online at blueridgectc.edu. That's blueridgectc.edu. Stop waiting and enroll today.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
We're back here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex, and Tripp, like you were saying to me off air, some defensive changes here. Brady Roberts is now in left. Williams is now in right, and essentially he's in for Alex Danner right now with Liam Sager taking him out.
Yeah, it looks like Popek's still hitting for Brady. None of that changed as far as DH. Brady just moved from right field to left field. Brady Roberts, that is, and it looks like Cam Williams has entered the game for Alex Danner.
This one from Liam Sager misses for ball 3. So it's a 3-1 count on Trent Canerium with the bases loaded. So an opportunity to tie the game with a walk possibly, as Sager will pitch here in the bottom of the first, and this one's popped up and out of play.
Yeah, I mean, that makes that botched pickoff really big now, because he could be setting first and second, one out, which certainly is a whole lot different than bases loaded and no outs. So, a couple walks, and then the botched pickoff there certainly created, the couple base hits and the walk and then the botched pickoff has given Jefferson a few free bases, I guess you could call it.
3-2 from Sager, sent into right field. That should be able to score the run as Williams makes the catch on the run. Easily scoring from third is Cash Dunham, and the Eagle dugout fired up as they've tied it at 1.
Yeah, they certainly need something to give them some life. Make they know that they can, score on these guys. They've knocked they've got down to Jefferson's second pitcher here, and made some defensive changes kind of quickly. So Jefferson knows that John says, we haven't won nothing. We want to win this game. So, he's not really playing like with the 1-0 lead. He's playing like this is nothing in the bottom of the seventh of a 1-1 series.
1-1 ball game now as the pitch here is lined the opposite way by Vyans. This is trouble out there in left center. It's over the glove of the left fielder Brady Roberts and off the wall. Run will come in and score. Vyans of an RBI double, and Hedgesville now takes the 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, he sat on that pitch and drove it. Going to get a runner for Vyans, the pitcher, number 27, which is going to be Seth Harding, or it's going to be 23. It's going to be Chris Williams coming in as Vyans comes up big there with the ball. It looked like Brady Roberts was going to make a pinch-style catch out there over the shoulder, possibly. And he kept looking at the fence, and unfortunately Roberts wasn't able to come up with it here as Hedgesville has, with one out, has jumped out to a big lead. Jumped out to the lead.
Yep. 2-1 lead.
Certainly not big.
No. But depending on how they're able to do on the mound, it could be. We'll see. William Sager has been the fourth most used pitcher in the Jefferson rotation this year, as this one misses inside for a ball. Still, though, just a 1.5 ERA, so the pitching has definitely helped carry this team to one of the best records, if not the best record, in 4A.
Yeah, their pitching depth, and their ability to catch the ball behind the pitcher and limit the walks is big.
2-1, though, Hedgesville here in the bottom of the first, and that one misses low for ball 2. 2-0 count here on Alex Manor, the third baseman, hitting with 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out after the JVN's RBI double to give Hedgesville the lead here as this one smacked the opposite way into right center field. That will get down for extra bases. 2 runs are going to score on this one as Alex Manor with a 2 RBI double, scoring Mason Elliott and the courtesy runner Williams. And it is 4-1 Hedgesville here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered for Hedgesville. They needed to get out and get running, get some momentum. They play with a lot of momentum, and when they are hitting, they seem to be very, very contagious and, get very, one falls after the other for this team when they get going. And right now they've got it going on here in the first inning.
Noah Brown now will come to the plate. A runner on second base. And the pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike.
4 hits this inning and a sack and a walk.
Yep, everybody's contributed.
Everybody's batting 1,000.
Yeah.
Or 0-0-0.
As Brown did not go around on that one. 1-1 count here on him. A runner on second base, and Alex Manor, the third baseman, who just had the 2 RBI double. Now Noah Brown will hit, and the shortstop will take this one high for a ball. 2-1. So far, Jefferson getting behind these Eagle batters quite a bit in the early going. Alex Danner throwing just 19 pitches. And now Liam Sager's come on in relief in a tough situation, trying to minimize the damage for Jefferson. Sager's next pitch is fouled away.
Hedgesville definitely come out today thinking to attack the baseball, as it's kind of they've been their MO all year long. They attack. Sometimes it works against them. Other times they can just get out and get running and, and just get the balls to fall and get a lot of solid contact, find confidence at the plate, and they just pass it down to the next guy, and the confidence goes to the next fella.
2-2, ripped the opposite way now into left field, and going down and making the catch not able to make the catch is Andrew Rolfe, and then left center as that one will fall in for a base hit.
A heck of a try out there by Rolfe. I thought he had it. Thought maybe he dropped it on the transfer there, but umpire second base says no. He never called it clearly. So we got men on first and second there with a base hit by Brown as he blooped one into center field.
Yep.
Looks like
still just one out here in this 4-1 ball game with 2 on, and the next pitch to Pedersen is low for ball 1. So Jefferson definitely in some trouble here early on.
Yeah, Manor out at second. I think he's giving the pitch to the batter as he touches his helmet.
Could be. 1-0, fouled away. Stealing signs is legal as long as you don't do it the Houston Astro way.
Yeah, can't beat on the drums. As you see him looking in. Got Dominguez behind him out there at second.
And the 1-1. Misses outside for ball 2. Here to Brett Pedersen. This lineup very experienced. Pedersen, one of those guys that's been a part of this senior class.
Scored the only run last night with doubled and moved around and got in.
2-1 pitch here to Brett is a big swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, with just 1 out. 4-1 our score. Hedgesville leading here in just the bottom of the first inning. Feels like yesterday at this point we were already in the third.
Been a long inning, 11:30 already.
The 2-2. Fouled away.
Hedgesville is going to get into Jefferson's pitching depth at this point, the way they're where they are working the pitch count.
Liam Sager checks the runner at second and now delivers the 2-2, and that's a swing and a foul tip from Pedersen. Keep the count even.
Yeah, he just got a piece of it there. Coach Nicky Brown is going to come out and talk to him.
2 on here for Hedgesville. It's been a big inning. It all started with the Cash Dunham walk, then back-to-back hits from Landon Pence and Mason Elliott loaded the bases for Trent Canarium. We had a sac fly to drive in the first run, a RBI double from Jay Vyans, and then a 2 RBI double from Alex Manor. That's why we're sitting here at 4-1. A single just a moment ago from Noah Brown fell in as well to continue this big inning. Brett Pedersen now on 2-2. Got him looking for strike 3, and now Kason Plogger, the number 9 hitter, will come to the plate.
Yeah, pitcher. Again, that's where that's kind of where Oviedo took a strike there earlier, strike 3 a little. I guess they think it's up and out a little bit, but it certainly looks like a strike from up here. It's just not center cut there. So number 9 hitter up as Cash Dunham sits on deck, possibly batting around for Hedgesville.
The pitch here to Plogger, hit hard. That gets through both Sager and Moulton, and it's into center field. Flying around second is Manor, and this will be now a 5-1 ball game on the RBI single from Kason Plogger. And Hedgesville taking control here in this bottom half of the first inning.
Yeah, hit parade here. Like I said, Hedgesville just very, very contagious hitters. They really hand it off to the next guy, and it seems like that confidence just goes from one guy down to the next as they just find holes here at times. Like last night, they hit the ball hard, couldn't find a hole at times.
This one taken for a first pitch ball again here from the Jefferson pitchers. Plogger hitting with 2 on and 2 outs. Back to the top of the order in Cash Dunham, who started the rally with the leadoff walk, and now Dunham will foul this one away. Hedgesville, one of the 2 teams in the EPAC to beat Jefferson this season. They were the first ones to do it, winning early in the year, and then second time around they were no hit in just a 5-inning game, but still it was an impressive performance from Jefferson. Game 1 here, they were slowed down once again, but today they've brought their bats here at home And now it's a 1-2 count with 2 outs and a 5-1 Eagle lead and a chance to add some more with runners on second and third. And Liam Sager looks into his catcher, Cole Smith. And Sager's pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a high fastball to end the inning, but the Eagles plate 5. We head to the second. Our score, Hedgesville 5, Jefferson 1. Z-Pack Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
John's Pool Supplies, your local one-stop shop for all of your swimming pool needs. Located at 237 Eagle School Road, John's Pool Supplies has over 30 years of experience and a large selection of products, services, and supplies for your pool or hot tub. From custom liner installation and pool inspections to free water testing, call John's Pool Supplies at 304-267-2000 or go to johnspoolsupplies.com. We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Our score, 5-1. And there's a big swing and a miss here for strike 1 to Williams, who came on for Alex Danner.
Yeah, he came on defensively, went to right field, up to the plate now, leading it off.
Falls behind here, 0-2 to Jay Vians.
Seems to be a little bit out front there.
Tough situation here for Jefferson. Coach Lowry mentioned in the pregame they've struggled offensively at times this year. And down 5-1. This one hit hard on the ground towards second. And making the play is Evan Williams. He'll throw to first in time for the out.
Yeah, Jefferson's another team that, built a little bit like Martinsburg in a way where they kind of chip away at you, stay close in games. They play to win an inning, try to get a run or two here and there and hit and run, bunt, things like that to put pressure on defense. Hedgesville's more built for, the crooked number inning, and they play forward a lot.
First pitch here to Popik is a chopper hit toward third, and a great stretch from Mason Elliott. He made the play over there at first for the out, so quickly 2 down.
Unbelievable play by Elliott to not only stretch but to pick. I mean, it's one thing to stretch out there like that, but also to get out there and pick it is crazy, and it's a great play there. Chopped over there to Manor. Coach Lowry's going to ask for maybe if Elliott might have pulled there. Didn't appear to from our angle. Looked like a heck of a play from Elliott, but he's certainly going to ask. And you can't blame him there, respectfully.
Yeah, got to do what you got to do, but probably won't get an overturn. Oh, he just got tossed.
Yeah, he got tossed. John got tossed. Wow, looked like just when I said respectfully, that's when he said something to Keith Allison, and he still calls him out, so no change in the play, but we do have an ejection here as Coach John Lowry came over to talk to Keith Allison about possible appeal. It looked like he'd asked Jeff King if he could speak to the first base umpire. He did. Went down, said something to Keith. Keith was coming in. Looked like he was going to give him the appeal, or did give him the appeal, but somewhere in that exchange, Coach Lowry yelled at Keith Allison, and he was ejected.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Wasn't expecting that.
No,
just an appeal situation over, a play at first. But Coach Lowry now, Paulson, does that mean he can't manage tomorrow's game if there is one?
Very possible.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Looks like Bailey or Dotson's out on third base now.
And then for players, you would be, 2 games I believe you'd have to miss? But Moulton will pop this one into foul territory for the out. So Hedgesville with all the momentum here as we head to the bottom of the second. A 1-2-3 inning out of the Jefferson lineup, and we head to the bottom of the second in our score. Hedgesville 5, Jefferson 1. This is EPAC Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Our score, 5-1, Hedgesville leading Jefferson as we enter the bottom half of the second inning. Nick Verzolino alongside me, Trip Tobin. Kyler High, our cameraman, back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. 5-1 Eagles, and it is all Eagles here early on. Coach John Lowry has been ejected after arguing a play with the first base umpire on a ground out. Went to appeal a play, and then he was tossed shortly later after something that he said to the umpire. Things got escalated very quickly, it appeared, but Landon Pence will come to the plate here as we saw all 9 batters come to the plate in that first inning for Hedgesville, including Cash Dunham, and now Liam Sager delivers a strike here to Landon Pence, who singled his first time up. So quite a scene here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex, and already a 5-1 lead for the Eagles. As here's the pitch. This one misses for a ball, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and a rarity to see Jefferson out of sorts here as they, the wheels kind of fall off a little bit here. But Jefferson really hasn't done anything. Hedgesville's earned it. I mean, they have, squared the ball up at this point, and just Jefferson's not been able to slow down that offense of Hedgesville's, but there's really not been any calls or anything that would create, some issues. But Hedgesville's just hit the baseball.
3-1 pitch. That one smoked back up the middle for Landon Pence. Another single for him. And Hedgesville continues to hit the ball hard. And, the way the game started, it felt like a Jefferson start that you would want. They were able to push across an early run, kind of, get some balls to bounce their way. But then, for whatever reason, Alex Danner just didn't have it out there on the mound, and things just carried over with a really good hitting lineup as well in Hedgesville. And once they start hitting it, like you said, Tripp, it just feels like everybody starts hitting for this team. Mason Elliott at the plate here takes the first pitch low for a ball.
I'm 90% sure that if Hedgesville wins today, that of course Lowry will be out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
tomorrow, and I'm 75% sure that he's out for the state tournament too if they go 2 games. That'd be a 3-game suspension, so he may have coached his last pitch this season.
Yeah. We'll see.
Someone could correct me on that, but I believe that's true.
But Mason Elliott at the plate here. And this one misses outside for ball 3. So 3-0 count.
Definitely not the Jefferson team that we have seen yesterday and or in the region or the first part of the regional tournament.
Yeah. 3-0 pitch here from Liam Sager. That's called strike 1. Not the team we've seen pretty much all year.
But Elliott with a base hit last inning as well.
But Hedgesville can do this. They can get hot, and it feels like it kind of happens at random times. As this one misses low for a ball 4, and that's another walk as well, the second of the day from a Jefferson pitcher. And now 2 on, and still nobody out for Trent Canerium. So it could be another big inning here for Hedgesville. Five to 1 our score. Canerium a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Canerium sack RBI his first time. That got the Eagles on the board. Tied the game at 1 at that point before doubles from Deans and Manor. Ended up adding a few more runs, and then we saw Plogger come through as well with an RBI.
Yeah, I've had a few texts here from reputable sources, one being Steve Settle, longtime umpire, that says that he will definitely miss at least 3 games or a third of his games played this year. So, 10% of the games he's played this year, so 30-some games will be a 3-game suspension for the ejection, but I'm not sure exactly how that'll play out for Jefferson moving forward, as they're not only deep in players, they're deep in coaches too, and they're so next man up, as he would say.
Everybody's got to be ready, but either way, it's 5-1 here, Hedgesville, and the momentum definitely carrying over here as this one hits off the glove of the catcher, Cole Smith, and just everything going wrong for Jefferson.
Yeah, nothing completely out of character. It looks like Sager wants to talk to Coach Cross. So you get a Jefferson pitcher asking for the coach to come out, which usually you don't have to ask Jefferson's coaches to come out and see you. They're pretty quick to come out, but he seems to have a little arm, his elbow's hurting a little bit as he kind of pointed to it. I'm not sure as he's going to give way to Moulton.
Is now as well, so Jefferson having to go deep into the pitching staff. Sager's not only going to leave the game from the mound, he's going to also leave the field as new second baseman coming on as well, and Moulton's going to come in and pitch. We'll take a 1-minute break and get all the changes for you on the other side of this break. This is EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. It's 5-1 Hedgesville.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Back here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex, Moulton's going to come on and pitch. Blake Kutcher will take over at second base. So the new look defense for Jefferson. Behind the plate, still Cole Smith, Oviedo down there at third, Dominguez at short. Kutcher at second, Guerra at first, and from left to right in your outfield, it's Brady Roberts, Andrew Rolfe, and Wiend over there in right field, who took over for Alex Danner earlier. So a lot of guys getting some opportunities to step up today for the Cougars, as Sager now out of the game as well.
As far as getting some more information from some good contacts here on my phone, as far as Lowry being ejected, he certainly will be ejected from tomorrow's game if there's a game 3. But like one texter said that he could possibly schedule a couple of games, between state and regional, maybe Monday, Tuesday, get in, you can get it out of the way and then be ready to go. So that's a possibility.
That is.
Yeah, I believe he would have no choice but to do that.
Yeah, if he wants to.
Regardless of who he throws out there to pitch in them. he certainly just would need to get in a couple of games to get rid of that suspension. But right now, he's got to get there as Hedgesville is just taking off. And, you got to slow down this offensive team of Hedgesville.
2-1 pitch is popped up behind second base. Kutcher going to be tested early, and he makes the catch for the out. But they also have a limit in games they can play, right? So I don't know what the limit is exactly. But I don't know.
Well, he weren't able to get in between the area, and so he certainly has a few there that they could probably do. Based on the guy's text to me, he certainly has those capabilities. So, but got to win. One of the next two.
One of the next two first, and Hedgesville certainly won't make that easy.
No.
That's already been proven so far here today. 2-1 here in this inning, just one out. A 5-1 Eagle lead in the second.
Yeah, we got to stay away from the storyline. The storyline is Hedgesville, hitting the baseball. I mean, that's not taking nothing away from them. There's been a few things that have gotten our attention here, but certainly the biggest is that 5-run first inning, and Hedgesville threatening again here in the second.
Vian's on the mound and is under 1 ERA. You like the chances for Hedgesville, but of course nothing guaranteed.
So we would have never scripted, you just can't script the game or who's going to be in or who's going to be called upon. It's just crazy how, the EPAC baseball and then playoff baseball.
0-1 hit on the ground toward third. Oviedo will come home with it. The throw is offline. Sliding in safely is Landon Pence, and it will be runners on the corners here, and a 6-1 lead now for the Eagles with just one out.
Yeah, I think the throw on line may get him, but it carried Smith up the line, the first baseline. He had to literally leave his feet to get it, so Oviedo had a shot as the runner took off for home. Probably shouldn't have went home, but Hedgesville's got that 5-1 lead. They can take those chances, and they did. So we're going to have a talk here. I'm not sure exactly. The umpires are going to get together over. As Canariums flew out the second, and then Jay Vians hits on the fielder's choice here. We'll figure out what the umpires have going on here. As Vians gets himself another RBI. Going to first and third now. Manor comes to the plate.
Now batting third baseman, number 8, Austin Maynard.
Big part of that first inning was a 2 RBI double.
Yep. 2 RBI double from Manor, and then one more RBI there from Kason Plogger to help build that at the time 5-1 lead, but now it's 6-1, and Manor's been also just heating up recently. He's shown some power at the home runs. Runners on the corners.
Williams in for Vians running again. Courtesy running.
Yeah, Vians able to reach on the fielder's choice. The 0-1 from Moulton to Manners, hit into right field, and Wien makes the catch. That will be able to score the run, though, on the throw-in as Mason Elliott tags up from third, and the throw-in to second kind of allowed the runner to advance.
Yeah, Elliott read it wrong. He come down the line instead of tag, and then he hesitated on whether or not, as he went back to tag, because the throw was already coming in, but it came to second. Kutcher wasn't getting good communication and didn't think there was a shot at all and turned around, and Elliott was just leaving third as he went back to tag on a bad read, but he was able to get there to give Hedgesville another run and another RBI for Manor.
Yeah, an unconventional sac fly for Alex Manor. Him and the Eagles will take it now. It's 7-1. This one popped up over to right field, and Wien will make the catch for the final out of the inning. But the Eagles add 2 more. It's 7-1. Hedgesville as we head to the third. This is EPAC Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dutchness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over to Mother Shuckers.
Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds? I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck. Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes.
And distracted driving is getting even worse.
I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving.
Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents.
Hurting almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
Our score 7-1 Eagles leading here as we enter the top half of the third inning. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, as it has been all Hedgesville after a hot start, you could say, for Jefferson, but then things quickly turned around. Our top half of the third brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. As Jefferson coming back to the plate here, Trip, we'll see if they can get something going.
Yeah, they need to chip away and kind of win an inning here and there. If Jefferson does, Hedgesville, really feeling it right now, nice and confident. They're on their home confines here where they're comfortable, and the stands and the hills filled up, so Hedgesville's feeling really good right now. Jefferson has to do something to put pressure on them to at least, as Coach Grove's going to come out and talk to Vines in a 2-0 count, and he's going to do a Coach Lowry impersonation and say, hey, you're throw to contact. We're up 6 runs. We're not walking people. That's how they get back in the game. Just a number 9 guy. Doesn't have a tremendous amount of varsity at bats this year. We need to not put him on. And you could see him talking to him here. Jefferson needs to get into what they call catch-up mode, where you need to take some pitches, not take any chances, score a couple runs here and there, and hope that they can shut down Hedgesville, and give their team a chance to get back in it. As Jay Vine smiles, taps himself on the chest and says, that's me. So whatever was said, everybody seemed to be good with it.
Yeah, Rolf, I think entering with less than 10 at-bats on the year, so not a whole lot of varsity experience.
Unbelievable, play out in center field thus far in the regional.
Great catch yesterday. You'll see him on the Junior Hornets this summer.
Yeah, we're going to see him this year. He's going to come up and play some Legion baseball this summer.
3-0 count for him here as well. And the 3-0, automatic strike one there, taken by Rolf. Bring the count to 3 balls and a strike. 7-1. Hedgesville leading Jefferson. The next pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. So full count. Jay Vines trying to come all the way back here and get Rolf. The pitch on 3-2. Runs inside, hits him. So Rolf finds a way on with the hit by pitch. And the number 9 hole hitter turns the lineup over to Nyan Dominguez in the top.
Yeah, you got Rolf finally getting at bat. Case and Plogger's just basically on deck next inning for his second at bat already. So Hedgesville has sent 16 batters to the plate in 2 innings, as opposed to 8 for Jefferson in the first 2 innings.
Pitch here. Called a strike. 0-1 count here on Nyan Dominguez, who led off the game with a walk. As we said, things started off pretty well for Jefferson. They got the leadoff walk, a single from Surf Guerra, and then a sac fly from Cole Smith to take an early 1-0 lead. As Dominguez is going to pop this one up shallow right field, and sliding in and making the catch and foul toward territory is Case and Plogger, who we've seen make some great catches here at this park over the years.
Yeah, this is a great outfield. Dunham, Pence, and Plogger, and they're really comfortable in this outfield. You've seen Pence go to the wall, Plogger going down, sliding on one knee there. Out there, they just play really well here as a team, especially in that outfield. Infield, great infielders. Just sometimes get a couple bad hops here and there, but that is one solid outfield out there.
This one misses outside here for ball 1 to Braden Oviedo. And Plogger made a few great catches in the summer over on post 60 this past year.
Hit the ball a ton. Just great, a lot of talent here between these two teams.
As this one hit on a line, foul down the third base line. Manner coming over. So
a little bit of a preview of the summer here, as a tremendous amount of those guys out in the field there will play for post 60, and there's at least 5 Jefferson players that will play for post 14. So they'll get to see each other again a couple more times after this series ends today or tomorrow.
Yeah, should be a Great summer battle as well for the area.
Yeah. Looking forward to that, but
still got a lot of baseball here left.
We got a lot. A lot of innings here.
1-1 count. 1 out. Runner on first base for the Cougars. And the pitch to Oviedo. He hits it well out toward left center field, but Landon Pence is there to make the catch. He'll fire it back in. Now 2 outs.
Just got off the end of the bat there. Ovie had a good swing on it. Just got a little, didn't quite get the sweet spot as it died out there by the Hyundai sign, and just to the left of the blue monster out there.
Surf Guerra coming to the plate, a single for him his last time up. So Guerra continues to be a big hitter in this Cougar lineup. Possibly he could help bring some momentum back to Jefferson's side. It's still, only the 3rd inning, and Guerra's going to rip this one into left field for a base hit. So Guerra continues to stay hot at the plate with the single.
Yeah, he hit the ball hard. His second single of the day, second line drive single actually of the day. So
Number 3, Cole Smith.
Cole Smith, who's got Jefferson's lone RBI, coming to the plate here. He's the one that sent Pence to the wall there. It could be the turning point in the game there with Pence making that play, shutting down a big inning of Jefferson, and then allowing his team to come in with a little bit of momentum, only down 1, and then putting that 5-run first up when Jefferson could have been the other way around, possibly.
It's true. This one low for ball 1, and then you see Guerra there with the 2 singles today. And we talked about it a lot, Colin and I, on the sports mix. Just let Jefferson RBIs, but just to talk about how good the area is, didn't make the first or second team all EPAC, despite leading the best team in the EPAC in RBIs. So there's just so much talent in this area.
Yeah, a lot to pick from there. You kind of put your hand in the bag there and pull one out, and you can't get it wrong. But just a lot of really good first baseman as he ground this one foul. I mean, you had Elliott Smith, Guerra, just a pile of great first basemen. Rollins, Schwartz, guys that hit the ball, play their position well. Seeing what Elliott can do already today, base hit, and the defensive plays over there on the stretch. So, yeah, we're just very, very fortunate to be able to have a front row seat to some of that talent.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here on Cole Smith, who would take this one low for ball 2. 7-1 Hedgesville. They have soared out to a good lead against the Jefferson Cougars here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. And the 2-2, Smith's going to take that one the opposite way and hits it off the tarp out there in right field.
I thought he was going to get a hole in one. Like that was going to go right in the tarp hole there, but hit the top of it, rolled out. Good job there protecting by Cole Smith, expanding the zone a little bit, knowing that a couple of his players have seen an outer strike, called strike.
Big hit here. If that one gets down, could possibly make this a game again, but this one's a chopper towards short. It hits off of Noah Brown's chest. He can't handle it. And now everybody's safe, and the bases are loaded for, this was supposed to be Sager, but it's now going to be Kutcher.
Yeah, big chop there. Ground's a little hard here. Been covered up by the tarp. So, the rain didn't soften this part of the field up as this field, I believe, has been completely covered. So, come off the ground there and come up and caught Noah Brown in the chest. I thought he still had control, but he reached back down to grab it and just dropped it again, just to put pressure on you. Plays hurry up, and that's what forces mistakes, as you'll get a runner there for Cole Smith, number 15, isn't it?
Yes, Dave.
Kutcher coming in for Sager, who started the game.
Andy Roberts, the courtesy runner.
Andy Roberts, courtesy runners. Kutcher coming in off the bench there as Sager was in the outfield coming to pitch. Looked like he had a little bit of elbow inflammation there or soreness, and so Kutcher goes to second base, and here he is in a huge spot in the game.
Let's see if he can come through. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Bases loaded here for Jefferson after first two batters were retired. I'm sorry, we had a hit-by-pitch to lead off the inning from Rolfe. Then we had 2 outs in a row with Dominguez and Oviedo. But a Guerra single, an error from Noah Brown at short. And now this one almost runs in and hits him, but it gets away from the catcher coming in to score. Rolfe the tag, not in time, and Jefferson gets back on the board. It's now 7-2. Merriam got back to it. Vians came sliding in to try to make the tag.
It was
Rolfe
close.
able to get underneath, and great effort on both ends. But
yeah, that would have been hard to swallow if Jefferson goes out of that inning like that and not get that run. But down 7-1 and 2 outs, make the last out at home there would have been tough. But Rolfe got in there just under the tag as Vines wasn't able to actually catch the baseball. As it was whenever the dust settled, this baseball was sitting just there with a point of home plate, and the runner and the pitcher had already cleared.
So the pitch from Vines just missed. Good frame, but it was off the plate there for ball 2.
Great job by Canarium to get back there and even give his pitcher a chance. Most of the time, wild pitches you just don't get a chance at all, but great job there.
And the 2-1 here, this one outside as well for ball 3, so a 3-1 count on Kutcher. He could come in, and even in this situation, a tough situation, taking over in the middle of the game. Could find his way on, possibly find some RBIs. It's high there for ball 4. So Kutcher draws a walk, and now Wien will hit. And we've seen him hit a few times this year as a pinch hitter, lefty batting, and they're going to come up and talk to Vians. He seems a little bit frustrated with himself, maybe a little bit out there on the mound. So calm him down, the sophomore arm.
Get into Legion rules, you can't go out there twice an inning, but now we've seen 2 visits this inning for Hedgesville to talk to Vians. And bases loaded. They're just a pitch away from getting out of it. Jefferson is a gapper away from making this a baseball game again. So Vians, another one who's come off the bench, as Kutcher did. Didn't get the start today, but in a huge spot right now is number 33, the right fielder.
Yeah, Cam Wien, part of this Jefferson bench, and we'll see multiple guys, get opportunities throughout the year. He did have 12 at-bats on the year, 16 plate appearances, and Wien gives this one a ride, but gets underneath it a little bit as the right fielder, Kason Plogger, is there to make the catch. So Jefferson gets back on the board, but it's still a 7-2 ball game in favor of Hedgesville. And we'll head to the bottom half of the the bottom of the third. Or bottom of the third with our score 7-2.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Bottom of the third here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Brought to you by Farmers Mechanics Insurance. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today, or visit them online at fmiwv.com. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin, happy to have you with us. Kyler High, our cameraman, and back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. Brett Pedersen will come to the plate as Pedersen will face Moulton here, and he'll take that first pitch for a called strike one. Pedersen on the day. Strikeout back in the first. And the 0-1. Low for ball one.
Big curveball there from Moulton. We haven't seen him pitch a tremendous amount on any of our broadcasts, so it's good to see him out there. Young talent for Jefferson, up and coming.
Yeah, on the year entering the game, 10 1/3 innings of work as there's a swing and miss for strike two. He's 1-0 for the Cougars with a .677 ERA, so he's been good in his limited opportunities so far as this one misses for a ball, count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We nibbled that outside corner on that pitch.
7-2 game here. The next pitch from Moulton is low for ball 4. Gets away from the catcher, Cole Smith. Will be able to throw out Pedersen. No, his throw is high. And covering there is Kutcher to keep the base runner to just 1 base. But on the drop third, we have a runner on first here.
Yeah, he just sailed it a little bit over. The ball got away. Pedersen took off. A tough play for catchers. Looks like Surf did give him a pretty good inside angle, and it was going to be a close play, but just sailed a little bit. Great job there by young Kutcher to be right there to receive it as it sailed. So Hedgesville once again with the leadoff man on.
Pitch here from Moulton, misses low and outside for a ball.
Logger with an RBI single the last time up the middle, which I'm not sure who doesn't have an RBI single for Hedgesville
feels
at this
like
point.
Everybody at this point, but everybody's at least reached base now with the walk.
Yeah, other than Pedersen with
That's on the drop third, I should say, not the walk. But he still reached base. So throw over there, not in time. Seven to 2, our score. And the pitch from Moulton. This one hit hard. That's through into left field for a base hit for Kason Plogger. So he hit it right in that perfect spot of the 5-6 hole.
Plogger stays hot. 2 singles today.
And now it's back to Cash Dunham in the top of the order.
Back to the top with the Hedgesville's.
Not that it really matters because we've seen everybody contribute, like we said, in some sort of way with the offense. Dunham walked his first time.
Dunham up here, 3rd time in the game in the 3rd inning already.
And the pitch here to Dunham is inside for ball 1.
Hedgesville just seems to be a different team at home. They just play really well here. A lot of confidence here. To get this win here today, they're going to have to keep that momentum back to Jefferson.
1-0 fouled away.
They can hold on to win this game. Rain coming in, and a lot of it today and tonight, it looks like. So going to be interesting to see if Saturday, if they have to play into Sunday, which generally you're not supposed to, but I believe they can get an injunction for a one-day special game.
Dunham now fouls it, or pops it, I should say, into shallow right, and Kutcher makes the catch on the run for the out. Yeah, I don't know really what else you could do other than coin toss. That's what nobody wants.
Yeah, I think they're going to play either late tomorrow or they're going to have to foul and get a special game permit there for Sunday. Just Pence up, who's 2 for 2.
They might not be the only ones, though, with all this weather.
Frankfurt and Bridgeport are in a very similar situation. Frankfurt up 1-0 in that series, playing right now.
This one popped up into right field. And rolling over, making the catch is Wien. He'll throw and cut off by Dominguez. So runners on the corners now, 2 outs. As see some guys moving some guys over, but we'll see if Mason Elliott can drive in the run now.
Number 7, Mason Elliott.
Of course, this one not over either, Trip. For all we know, Jefferson could find a way to come back and pull it out.
No, we just have to talk about scenarios.
Yes.
It may or may not happen.
Jefferson, Washington, of course, went 13 innings, so anything's possible in high school baseball in the area. And the pitch here to Mason Elliott misses outside for a ball.
The Hedgesville
could just play 2 today.
Right? Hedgesville,
yes,
Washington.
Hedgesville, Washington.
Don't want to confuse people at home.
Yeah, used to Jefferson and Washington playing in
in the regionals.
Sectional, I guess it would have been back then.
Yeah, sectional, regional. Still ended up being a pretty, still ended up with an actual regional here with Jefferson and Hedgesville.
Yeah, traditional regional, I guess you could say. This one lined, but Dominguez is there, and Dominguez has a gold glove over there. It's short, so he makes the play, leaping into the air for the out. And the Eagles strand 2 will head to the fourth. Our score 7-2. Hedgesville leading Jefferson.
Well, look at you, Robbie. Cleaning the pool already? Oh, it's time for Floor Pool's Spring Startup Sale. And since you're one smart duck, you know a deal when you see it. Now through May 31st, stock up and save on all the chemicals and other products you'll need for your pool opening and swimming needs. Are you kidding me? Robbie says pools start as low as $100 a month with easy financing. Head into Floor Pools and get swimming sooner than you think. Get out of here. Floor Pools has hot tubs starting at $49 a month. Oh, and don't forget cold plunges starting at $79 a month. Robbie swears by them. So, whether you're swimming laps, soaking after work, or just dipping your toes in, it's not just about cooling off. It's about feeling better. Water helps reduce stress, relax muscles, improve sleep, and boost your mood. Be like Robbie. Fly in and talk to the water wellness experts during the spring startup sale and save money. Make this your best pool season yet with Floor Pools in Chambersburg, Hagerstown, and Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Our score, 7-2 Hedgesville in the fourth inning. As top half of the fourth is brought to you by Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to skinnerwins.com. Apologize there for any audio issues on our end as we'll see Popick, Moulton, and Rolfe due up here for the Cougars in our top of the fourth inning. And been kind of a crazy game so far. We saw Jefferson grab an early 1-0 lead. Hedgesville, though, would come back with 5 in the bottom of the first, add 2 more in the second, and then Jefferson would respond with a run, make it 7-2. It's an 0-2 count here on Popick. And the next pitch, called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Popick goes down looking also in this game, and notable for a potential game 3, Coach John Lowry was tossed early on, discussing a play with the first base umpire. Wanted an appeal, and then things escalated, and Lowry was thrown out of the game. So he will not be able to manage tomorrow. See if Jefferson's able to make it to States, or if they even play tomorrow, will he be able to manage? But that's all for the future in terms of this game. 7-2 our score, 2-1 count on Moulton, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, who's taken over on the mound and has done well to keep Hedgesville at 7, as this is a slow ground ball hit towards short. Brown fields it cleanly and throws the first in time for the out. So Moulton is retired on the ground out.
Now batting number 7,
And Andrew Rolfe will come to the plate. He was hit by a pitch back in the third, which allowed him to score as he came around on the wild pitch. And the pitch here from Jay Vians is low and outside for Vines for ball 1.
Rolfe, a tall stature, big right-hander here coming in. A lot of JV experience this year.
The 1-0 high, or I'm sorry, called a strike.
Woo. Is that what you said? Woo.
Yeah, I called it a little early. It happens every once in a while. 1-1. Just misses there for ball 2.
The dust come out of Canarium's glove and got in Jeff's eyes a little bit.
Might have been. We probably had a better view than we did anyway. 2-1 count. And a swing and a miss there for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in this top half of the 4th inning between Jefferson and Hedgesville. And the pitch. Vines is fouled away.
Matt Heidel's at third, and Keith Allison is at first with, Alderman's at third. Heidel's at second, Keith Allison at first, with Jeff King behind the plate. Is the umpire crew here tonight.
2-2.
As the
high for ball 3.
Ejection came from Keith Allison at first base on an appeal play.
So our umpire has 2-2. But all of us have 3-2, I believe. But this one's fouled away. It's interesting there.
Keith might get first team umpire for ejections.
3-2. This one, or 2-2, is hit on the ground towards short. Doesn't matter, as this was ground out for the final out of the inning. As it's 1-2-3 inning there for Jefferson. Not what they wanted. And we will head to the bottom of the 4th. Eagles looking to add to their lead, 7-2. Our score. This is EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
If you're going to hit like trash all day, tell you what, I got a real chance here. Oh, hey, speaking of, I was coming down the road the other day back from McIntosh Valley, and I saw a billboard with these crazy deals that Panhandle dumpsters have.
True. Hey, come on.
Oh, and did you know that if you sign up, you get your first month free? Dude, sorry, man. But I just wish somebody would have told me about these crazy deals that Panhandle Dumpsters has.
Drew, how many times have I told you to sign up for Panhandle Dumpsters? They give away discounts for first responders, veterans, and seniors. If you pay for a whole year, you get the 13th month free. Now shut up and watch me hit this drive. Signing up with Panhandle is like a hole-in-one every day.
2. Hedgesville leads Jefferson in the bottom half of the 4th inning, which is brought to you by Floor Pools. Makes every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. Tripp Moulton's doing a nice job in relief. Even though Hedgesville's gotten on, still slowing things down a little bit, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, Moulton's just coming there throwing strikes, letting the defense work a little bit. Hedgesville still put a little pressure on him, but Jefferson's defense able to corral a few fly balls there, as he seems to be a little bit of a fly ball pitcher.
This one's a grounder toward Oviedo, makes the strong throw to first for the out.
Yeah, it's tough to get on when you hit the ball over there with that arm. Quick out for Moulton there.
So, Canarium grounds out. Vians, the pitcher, now will come to the plate. And he rips that one up the middle for his second hit of the day.
Yeah, he's got 2 hits, 3 RBIs on the mound. He's just really feeling it here today. And he's just a sophomore. I mean, she's playing like a senior out there on a senior-laden team. And, so he's really grown up. You hear Coach Grove talk about starting him off slow this year, getting him a JV start, moving him in. They did a good job of, bringing him up through and giving him the confidence that he needs to compete. And to quote Coach Grove, and here we are in a big moment, with him, and he's up to the task.
So I'll bring Manor to the plate, as sliding back in safely is Williams, the courtesy runner down there at first. Manor on the day, and 2 RBI double his first time, a sacrifice, and a single so far. So he's had a good day. I'm sorry, Vians had the single, and now Manor crushes this one in the left center field, but making the play on the run is Rolfe. So he hit it well, but good defense on the other end.
Now batting
2 outs.
Number 17, Noah Brown.
Now Noah Brown will come to the plate. Single earlier.
give that ball a ride there, did he?
Yeah, Manners
did.
definitely been a big part of this lineup, it feels like, recently, with some home run power. And throw over, not in time. Moulton pitching here with 2 outs. Brown at the plate. Eagles trying to add some more runs on the board here against Jefferson. And the pitch popped up over towards second. Kutcher makes the play in shallow right for the final out of the inning. And we enter the 5th. Our score, Hedgesville 7, Jefferson 2. See if the Cougars have any fight left, or if Hedgesville can continue to build on its lead when we come back. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Baseball complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Kyler High, our cameraman, back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. Our score 7-2. Hedgesville leading Jefferson. Cougars coming to plate here in the top half of the 5th inning, which is brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. Trip, top of the order here for Jefferson. So this is kind of the point of the game, like we usually say. If you're trailing, you get the offense going.
You need to get it going for Jefferson. Chip away at this, at least cut it in half and make it, close here towards the end of the game. Vines seems to be doing, pretty well, and they're not a big threat of losing, coming out because of the pitch count. So the game is his at the moment, and he just needs to do what he's been doing and throw into contact. And as Dominguez takes that for strike one, he thought it was up. He actually even looked back and shook his head.
1-1 here. Called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nigh on Dominguez. 1-2. This is outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Fines wants a new ball after that one.
Yeah, it makes sense. If you don't throw for a strike, might as well get a different one.
He thought he had that pitch. He was feeling pretty good about that location he hit there, but just off the plate.
2-2. This is inside for ball 3.
Jefferson in catch-up mode. They're not going to swing at anything that's, remotely could possibly be a ball there unless it's strike 2. Unless there's 2 strikes.
This is inside for ball 4, so Dominguez is on for the second time today with the walk.
Jefferson, they're over there talking about, hey, we just need to get guys on, no chances, play a little catch-up baseball, take some pitches, work the pitcher, put pressure on them, and try to cut this lead.
First pitch here. Low for ball 1 to Braden Oviedo. Strikeout and a fly out here for him. Next pitch, Oviedo pops it up into left field, and this one caught by Cash Dunham for the out. So Oviedo's 0 for today.
Yeah, he got a little long on that. The pitch was kind of on the outer half. Instead of going with it, the loop got around it, got it up in the air.
Gareth, a pair of hits so far today. the first had a single, back in the third had a single as well. His single back in the first helped lead to the run for Jefferson as he advanced the runner to third, and Guerra swings at this one and fouls it away.
Guerra's probably playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, got snubbed on the all-team, and certainly if I'm playing against Jefferson, he's one of the guys, if I'm playing against anybody in the EPAC, he's one of the guys I don't want to face very often. Yeah. So offensively, he was certainly one of the top infielders in this area easily.
So there's a low pitch, but the runner is caught stealing at second. Great throw from Canarium to get him.
Yeah, not
didn't get the best jump either, it didn't look like.
Didn't get a great jump. Not 100% sure what you're stealing there for anyway, down 7-2. Not sure if it was a green light or if it was called, but regardless, certainly can't give out outs here in the fifth inning if you're trying to come back. But either way, Guerra's up with a man with nobody on now and 2 outs.
Yeah, especially with good power at the plate, too, and Guerra that.
Yeah, one swing, it could have been 7-4.
Yeah. Especially at this park, the ball travels very well here. So, 2-1, Guerra will pop it up.
I don't think this one's got the.
No. Noah Brown will call everybody off and make the play for the final out of the inning. So things continue to be a little bit of a struggle today for Jefferson offensively. And we will head to the bottom of the fifth inning. 7-2 still our score. This is EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and 210.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. So we welcome you to the bottom of fifth, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go, who to trust for your flooring needs, and call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorstanding.com. Trip here, we head to the bottom of fifth. Hedgesville had the offense clicking early. They've continued to put some pressure on Jefferson, but Jefferson's done a good job of keeping them at least at 7, but at this point, it just feels like Hedgesville's just a few outs away from forcing a game 3.
Yeah, I mean, Hedgesville right now they're kind of scary. They could do what they did in the first inning. In any minute they could get going, and they've continued to hit the ball and put it in play. Just haven't been able to string them together like they did that first inning or two. But they can get hot again, and they're still feeling really good about themselves. Even though last couple innings they've had some zeros on the board, they are certainly capable of ending this thing early. If it even at that point, even that they could. The way we're hitting the ball early.
Dunham here at the plate. I'm sorry, Pedersen. Pedersen takes this one high for a ball. Brett Pedersen so far with a pair of strikeouts, but he walked or was able to get on the drop third strike the last time up. And he's got a 3-1 count here and swings and misses there for strike 2. 3-2.
Hey, sitting on a 3-1 fastball, didn't quite get what he wanted there and wasn't able to hold it back.
3-2 to Pedersen. That one got him looking for his third strikeout of the day. Moulton on the mound. Able to get that one.
Pedersen just hasn't seen the ball well today. For whatever reason.
Hitter, it seems like.
Very streaky hitter, yeah. A big double yesterday to give his team, a chance.
But Kason Plogger's been swinging a good bat today. 2 hits for him. here in the 9-hole and takes this one for a called strike one.
Stefanko warming up.
And the 0-1 runs inside and misses for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 7-2, Hedgesville leading. And the next pitch, Plogger goes out and gets this one. Pops it into right center field, and Wien comes over and makes the play.
Yep, strikeout and a fly out, and Moulton has done everything he could do. Just Jefferson hasn't been able to put any runs on the board or any crooked numbers up there to get to give themselves a chance to get back in it.
Cash Dunham here leading, or the leadoff hitter, I should say, back to the top of the order here with 2 outs, though. Moulton starts him inside for ball 1.
Hedgesville does have Stefanko warming up.
He's kind of been their innings eater out of the bullpen this year. As probably just an emergency pitcher, I guess, at this point. But we'll see as Rolf will make the catch here for the final out on the pop fly. And at the end of the 5, we are headed to the 6th at 7-2. Hedgesville leading Jefferson. CPAC Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti.
If you've been injured in a car accident, there are 3 things you need to know.
1, do not discuss your accident with an insurance company before you talk to a lawyer.
2, on average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one.
And 3, at Mansion Ferretti, if we don't win, you don't pay us, guaranteed. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
We're back here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 7-2 our score. Hedgesville leading Jefferson as we head to the top half of the 6th inning, which is presented to you by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. They became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Kyler High, our cameraman. Back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. As we head here to the top of the 6th inning, Jay Vyans continues to pitch on the mound. It's the middle of the order here for Jefferson. Smith's, it would have been Sager, but now Kutcher and Wien due up here. So not your traditional middle of the order because it's supposed to be Sager and Danner due up. But, of course, Danner left the game after just 19 pitches, and then Sager left the game in relief. Danner with what appeared to be an injury. It's an 0-1 count here on Smith and a big swing and miss for strike 2.
Yeah, you 40 him on that big curveball. He was setting on something a little different there and got fooled as he moves up in the box here to protect.
The 0-2 hit on the ground toward third, and coming up and making the throw to first in time is Manor for out #1. So Manor makes the play, and we will now see Kutcher hitting here.
Now batting number 10.
Kutcher drew a walk earlier. Next pitch to Kutcher. And this is outside here for ball 1.
Vines is sitting right around 80 pitches, so he's got about 30 to go. An inning and 2/3.
Should be able to get that through, you would think.
The way he's throwing, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah. But if not, you have some guys ready, like Stefanko out there in the bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 7-2 our score. Be interesting to see if the score holds if Hedgesville were to go to Mason Elliott or Landon Pence tomorrow for the possible game 3, which we would anticipate Jake Gross possibly going for Jefferson. As this one's popped into center field, and that is played on the run by Landon Pence. But we'll see if this score ends up holding or not. Jefferson so far hasn't given us much of a reason to believe that they will mount a comeback because the offense has been silenced. Vians has been very consistent. But any given moment, you never know what can happen in high school baseball. As this one is a little bit high for ball 1. Check the swing down at third, and he did not go around. So 1-0 count. And the next pitch, this one hit well, but foul down that right field line.
Yeah, he got into that one a little bit. Williams did.
Cam Wien, the right fielder now in this lineup today. The next pitch just misses there for ball 2. Jay Vines, the right-hander, sophomore. The 2 sophomores leading this rotation on this senior-heavy Eagle team. That one, similar spot, but called a strike this time for strike 2.
On the outer half there.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 7-2 lead for Hedgesville, and the pitch just misses. So full count on the left-handed hitting right fielder for Jefferson. And the 3-2 from Vian is called strike or swing and miss, strike 3.
In the top of the 6th, the Cougars scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and none left on base.
Cougars go 1-2-3 once again. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Our score 7-2. Hedgesville see if they can add some more insurance runs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and 210.
WVU Medicine is excited to announce the opening of our new ear, nose, and throat location in Hagerstown. Our trusted ear, nose, and throat specialists are expanding their expert care in the region. From sinus treatment to complex thyroid conditions, WVU Medicine Ear, Nose, and Throat is here to help you breathe easier and feel your best. WVU Medicine Ear, Nose, and Throat, Hagerstown, 13 Western Maryland Parkway, Suite 106. Now scheduling new patients at 304-262-9400.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We're back here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 7-2 our score, 6th inning. Jefferson trails Hedgesville. Bottom of the 6th coming up here. Brought to you by Hagerstown Ford. Revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at FordofHagerstown.com. Landon Pence will lead things off. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for Hedgesville, who took the early 5-1 and then eventually extending out to 7-2 lead here over Jefferson. They've just kind of cruised since then. Moulton has done a nice job in relief of slowing things down a little bit, but it may be too little too late for the Cougars. Trying to tie this series up and force a game 3 tomorrow. Or possibly tomorrow, depending on the weather. Maybe Sunday, who knows.
Starting to see the sun go in behind the clouds here as the expected rain coming around 3.
Yeah, we were saying maybe just play 2 today, but then, that probably wouldn't get a full game in. So,
yeah, I don't know. It's calling for a tremendous amount of soaker here next 12 hours or so.
The rules would technically mean that we would have to go play at Sager Field.
Yeah, we have to pack up and go. I expect maybe they'll get it in tomorrow night, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
Get the rain to end tomorrow at some point and get it in.
2-2. This one fouled away. Build a dome is my suggestion.
Build a dome, yeah.
All the schools could use it.
Yeah.
Use it for multiple sports. And you don't have to worry about rain events. 3-2 count here. And the pitch. Low and inside for ball 4. So Landon Pence will draw a walk to lead off this bottom half of the inning, bottom of the 6th. Mason Elliott coming back to the plate.
Number 7, Mason Elliott.
Elliott's had a good day over there at first. But pretty much everybody has to this point as Pence will take off and steal second.
He got a big jump on Moulton.
And once he got that, it was pretty much over. There's no even contest from the catcher, Smith.
No chance there for Smith.
But pitch was called a strike. So the 0-1 here on Elliott. And Elliott rips it up the middle into center field. Pence is flying around third. It's going to be close here at the plate. The throw from Kutcher on the cutoff. Not in time. He's safe. Landon Pence scores an RBI single for Mason Elliott. And that makes it an 8-2 ball game.
Yeah, Elliott's hitting the ball well here. And just enjoying himself up there his senior year. Not wanting to see it end with his teammates. And he's hit the ball. It hasn't been any bloopers. He's had some really good contact. You'll see Coach Cross come out and talk to Moulton.
Yeah, maybe the end of the day for Moulton. He's done solid here in relief, but again, with the deficit being what it is, it just feels very tough for Jefferson at this point to get any sort of comeback going.
Yeah, they're down to their last 3 outs here, down 6 now, and
we'll see. It looks like they're going to keep Moulton on for now, though. Alex Danner got the start. Didn't go very long. Only threw about 19 pitches, and then his day was done. Liam Sager couldn't really slow down too much of the bleeding that was already started. And then Moulton kind of came in with a clean slate and was able to do some good things in relief, but Hedgesville continued to hit the ball and continued to stay locked in on the offensive end, and now able to add to their lead here in the 6th. So Moulton will stay on at least for now, but talking some things over there defensively. Maybe try to calm some things down here as Kinnearian will take this one outside and low for ball 1.
Yeah, definitely talking about holding the runners, not letting them get in. I mean, that stealing on him there, getting a big jump on Moulton was the reason the base hit got the RBI. And
throw over there, not a bad throw over, but Elliott slides in safely. So 1-0 count. 6-run lead now for Hedgesville, and Elliott this time takes off, and it's fouled away by Kinnearian.
A little hit and run there. Kinnearian shaked his head, didn't like that pitch. Looked like Elliott had a pretty good jump. Hedgesville has shown that they'll run. They run yesterday in the tight game. They run today when they had the lead.
Throw over, slide back safely.
So they will run.
Yeah. Yesterday they were not able to get on a whole lot, but today they've been able to just hit. And here's some more. Trent Kinnearian's going to send this one into right field. He's got a double. Elliott in there at third base, and it's 2 runners in scoring position here for Hedgesville. Still nobody out. And probably our player of the game, Jay Viance, coming back to the plate. had himself a huge day at the plate, a huge day on the mound as well.
You like to see Canarium have a good day. I know he probably kicked himself yesterday for the ball that sailed, but it's a tremendously hard play to make. You're all instinct. You just throw from a bad arm slot when that ball's out in front of the plate like that, and there's a lot of pressure on you. And for him to come in today and be able to have a great game, he's got to feel really good for him to be able to put that behind him, as these young men carry a lot of weight on them.
Pitch here to Vines. Called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here.
Vines got 2 hits today, 3 RBIs. It's like competitive at bats every time he's been up.
And the 1-1. This one hit well, but playable and left. Not going to be deep enough to score the run either, as Roberts charged in and made the catch for the out. First out of the day, or first out of the inning. Vines.
First unproductive bat for Vines tonight.
Yep. Able to reach on a fielder's choice earlier, as well as the hits that he had. And Manor coming to the plate. He's also had a good day, double with 2 RBIs and then a sac fly and an RBI as well for him. So looking to add to his RBI total, as this is a breaking ball that starts for strike 1. Runners on second and third for the Eagles, already lead at 8-2 here in the 6th. Just trying to build on this lead and give themselves a big cushion here for the 7th. Pitch is well outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the next pitch to to Manor.
Pinch runner out there for Canary, number 32, which is Cam Pence. Must be another pinch coming through.
Yeah. Manor will pop this one into shallow left. Dominguez makes the play.
Yeah, crazy. Man on second and third and nobody out. And Moulton has figured out a way to get it to 2 outs with Noah Brown coming to the plate. And the run hasn't scored since then, so he may have at least limited the damage. It's going to take a lot of base runners next inning for Jefferson to end this regional and take the crown on Hedgesville's field if they.
This one a breaking ball called strike 1. Yeah, we've seen you were talking about the other Pence. We've seen a lot of younger brothers courtesy running today. Roberts.
Williams, Roberts, Pence.
0-1 pitch here. Slapped the opposite way, but caught on the line by Surf Garrett to end the inning. However, the Eagles add a run. It's now 8-2 as we head to the 7th. This is EPAC Baseball Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 1 minute.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
Football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
We're back here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 8-2 our score in favor of Hedgesville over Jefferson. Eagles 3 outs away from forcing a Game 3 tomorrow at Jefferson, as it's the bottom of the order due up for Jefferson. Popick, Moulton, and Rolfe due up.
Vines has thrown 6 complete, only give up 2 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned. Struck out 3, walked 3, so a 2-hitter with 1 earned run for Vines is an unbelievable day for that young sophomore.
Things looking better weather-wise, depending on where you look for tomorrow. It's still a chance of rain, but 67 degrees and partly cloudy. So we'll see. Hopefully things will be able to be played on Saturday, so then you don't have to, possibly try to get an extra day for Sunday. But we'll see. Maybe Jefferson has some fight left in him. 3-0 count. Popik at the plate. 0 for 2 today. And the next pitch misses low for ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk to lead off the 7th. Now Moulton will talk to the third base coach, and time called by Hedgesville. It's just going to be the pitcher and his coach.
Pitcher coach here saying, hey, it's like the last time they come down and calmed him down. 6-run lead. Make them hit the baseball to your defense. You got an unbelievable outfield, great first baseman over there. Your middle guys can get it done. Manner's shown that he's the strength over there at third, so lots of experience and talent out there behind him, as he is just a lot of seniors that it could be all seniors actually, except for Flower maybe. I think the rest of the whole team behind him, he's got 8 seniors behind him, or 7 seniors. We got 6 behind him and maybe 1 in front of him.
There's a lot, is the point, as this one's hit hard on the ground toward Noah Brown. Could be 2. Brown makes the throw to second, throw to first in time for the double play. The classic 6-4-3. And we'll see now. We might have a game tomorrow.
Yeah, Moulton kind of not the fleetest of foot going down the line there, is chugging along. And great turn there by Noah Brown. He stayed down, stayed on 1D, threw it from a sidearm slot straight to Williams. Williams over to first. Big stretch by Elliott. And Hedgesville's an out away from going to Jefferson tomorrow for a deciding game.
Yep, this one inside for a ball to Rolfe.
Vines 2 hitters. Been big here today.
This one hit on the ground toward the second baseman, Williams. Williams throws the first in time for the final out, and Hedgesville forces a Game 3 with a pretty convincing victory here at home over Jefferson, 8-2. So it all comes down to one more game, which is honestly pretty much what we expected, Tripp. I mean, these two teams, very good. They split in the regular season. We knew the talent was on both sides. It just kind of came down to what we would see from Hedgesville defensively today in some ways. Could they put together some offense? And once they got to Jefferson early, it kind of felt like it was over in some ways.
Yeah, that was the key to the game. Hedgesville being on their heels to get a little bit of space between them and Jefferson, so they could take a breathe a little easier and not play so tight. And when Hedgesville's not playing tight, they're a really, really hard team to beat with a lot of that experience. And it's going to be really exciting tomorrow to see, possible pitching matchup with possibly Gross and Elliott or Pence. And it's going to be a great game. It's going to be fun to watch this thing and I was glad it come down to the wire like it should.
By the way, our top of the 7th was brought to you by Smallwood & Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Suite 301. Call 304-263-3361. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Palace Lounge post-game show. We'll be joined by head coach Eric Grove, as well as our player of the game. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Back here to the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, as Hedgesville defeats Jefferson 8-2 to force a Game 3 between the two teams that will be played tomorrow night at Sager Field. But we will give you the scoring summary, which is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg. It's about seeking justice for you. Go to WVJusticeLawyers.com. This one, Jefferson got off to the start I feel like they really wanted. They were able to get a 1-0 lead early. Things looked good. They were pushed across the run. And all of a sudden, Hedgesville explodes in the bottom of the first with 5 runs to take a 5-1 lead. Alex Danner struggles. He receives the loss on the mound. Liam Sager couldn't really calm things down either. 2 more runs score for Hedgesville in the second. Jefferson did get a run back in the third. And then Hedgesville added another run in the bottom of 6 to get the win 8-2. In total, 8 runs on 11 hits for the Eagles. Just 1 error for Jefferson. 2 runs on just 2 hits. As that leads to the 8-2 victory. Our game stats are going to be brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. For the Eagles, for the Cougars, those 2 hits come from Surf Guerra. Everybody else hitless today. They draw 4 walks, strike out 3 times at the plate. This Jefferson. Danner goes not even a full inning there. 2 hits, 3 earned, 1 walk for him. William Sager, an inning, 5 hits, 4 earned, 2 strikeouts. Moulton, 5 innings of work, 4 hits, 1 earned, 2 strikeouts. And then for Hedgesville, you saw 2 hits from Landon Pence, 2 hits from Mason Elliott in an RBI, a hit from Trent Canerium in an RBI, 2 hits from Jay Vyans, and 2 RBIs out. Manor adds a hit and 3 RBIs. Noah Brown adds a hit as well, and Kason Plogger adds 2 hits and an RBI. Jay Vyans on the mound, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. And that's enough to help propel Hedgesville here, Trip, to the 8-2 victory. Very impressive performance for them, and if they hit the ball, I mean, it always seems to be contagious with this team.
Yeah, they are a team that runs with momentum. That was the trick. I mean, when Jefferson got that first run in the first inning, I mean, you got all those seniors out there thinking, man, they're gonna do it to us again today, and kind of tighten up a little bit, and for them to come back in that first inning and put that breathing room between them and Jefferson was just so big for them, and to give them confidence that they can get it done again tomorrow as well, as they'll go in there with a lot of confidence. But yeah, it was all key on that how they responded to that first inning of Jefferson. They responded in a way that set them sailing, and tomorrow is going to be a lot of the same. Which team can get on top there? Which team? When they walked Cash Dunham and then didn't get him in the rundown, then the wheels started to fall off a little bit from there. As Danner, they hit. Pence got a base hit. Elliott got a base hit off his glove. Then you get the sacrifice, and they tie it up, and then the big double there by Vines sets 2 or 3 runs scored there, and next thing you know, Hedgesville was off and running.
Yeah, speaking of Jay Vines, we'll be joined by him here momentarily. Our player of the game brought to you by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road. And online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Jay, thanks for joining us here on the post-game show. Congrats on the win and started your performance on the mound. A few times, runners got on. Maybe things got a little bit shaky, but overall you were able to push through that adversity and pitch well. What was clicking for you out there on the mound today?
Just let my defense work and let them hit the ball.
I'm hooked up here. Jay had a great day on the mound, had a great day at the plate as well. That first inning, Jefferson comes out, does what they do. They generated a run on you guys, an elimination game. You could have kind of folded up there, but you came out in the bottom of the first, and then a couple guys got on, and you with a big 2-run blast there kind of set the team sail and take us through that first inning as you were down a run and then found yourself kind of cruising there a little bit.
It wasn't really that big of a deal, honestly. I knew I had my team behind me, and the big hit got us in there.
How'd you feel with the plate today as well? I mean, you get 3 RBIs, couple solid contact.
Felt pretty good. Haven't been really doing the best at the plate, but today it really picked back up.
So was there a game plan against this Jefferson team as to how to attack them, from the mound, just throwing to contact? Or
just to play with confidence.
Play with confidence. Well, great job.
Yeah.
Great job tomorrow. How you feel going into tomorrow's game?
Feel great. Ready to go to Charleston.
All right. Congratulations on the win, and congratulations to your team.
Thank you, too.
Thank you, Jay, for joining us. Congrats on the win. And now we'll be joined by head coach Eric Grove of the Hedgesville Eagles. Coach, guys get down 1-0 early, but like Jay said, didn't really feel like it was that big of a deal after that point, and the offense really came alive for you though today. That was the story.
I'm glad he didn't think it was a big deal, because sometimes this year we thought it was a big deal. But, playing at home is nice, and that response in the first inning was the difference in the game. Because it does take pressure off. And as sort of off balance as we were yesterday, our at-bats early in the game weren't good. Then we kind of got a little unlucky in the middle, and then they were bad at the end. So the fact that we kind of came, I said before the game, I think that we had to hit early, and we did. And, still like a little more extension at the end of the game, but proud of our guys.
Yeah, great game. We said it in the booth up here as well. If they scored that first run, it may come down to whether or not you guys respond in the first inning as to whether or not how the game goes. And, of course, you guys coming through with a big inning, Jay with a big hit. And, you got a senior-laden team, but then you get big hits from Plower and Jay. So, the future is bright as well. But, what was the thought process kind of quickly yesterday? You get that loss down there, and you got those 10 seniors looking at you in the eyes. What could you say to them, and what did you say to them this morning?
Ultimately, and it sounds kind of rough, but if I want to keep doing this, I can, but they can't.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, when you have this many seniors, you have to have enough of them that show up the next day ready to go to work, because they could go to the real job, they could go to their girlfriend's house, they could go any number of places that they might find more important at this point in their life, but they still want this. I've talked with other coaches before about how difficult it can be to keep seniors zoned in on this time of year. Mm-hmm. And obviously I'm proud of that. And I think that just the little bit of resolve we had early is what puts us over the edge. And I'm proud that, I don't think anybody else has beat Jefferson twice this year. Now we got to go try and do it one more time.
Yeah, you're a big, tall task heavy down there. What kind of game time we talking about tomorrow? Have we heard?
They said 6. That didn't work well for us yesterday, but that's okay. We're going to rinse that one. And, it's just been such a quirky series with things out of people's control and some strange things that have just happened for both teams, and that continue today. So I don't really know what version of either team you're going to get. I just hope that the version that we showed today is the one that shows up. But I'm really proud of our guys because, you see a lot of, at each level in West Virginia, a team loses the first game, it's really hard to win the second one. You see a lot of 2-0 outs in sectionals, regionals. So we didn't do that, and we got to do it one more time.
You have any idea who you're throwing tomorrow?
Landon Pence.
Landon Pence on the mound.
And they know it's going to be a kitchen sink kind of deal. We're going to throw all our cards in the middle of the ring. We got to run for somebody. We got to hit for somebody. We're going to do it, and we're going to go home with our heads held high either way.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Big win.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for covering us.
Yes, sir.
Coach Eric Grove of the Hedgesville Eagles get the win here today over Jefferson. Tripp, any final thoughts? We now know probably the matchup, Pence versus Gross, so it should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. Again, it's going to come down to, now tomorrow it's not just Hedgesville with their back against the ropes. It's Jefferson as well. So we're going to see which team responds, whether it's going to be, the senior-laden varsity team that's been down this road, and are they going to be able to put pressure on the Jefferson who all year long has been pretty cool and calm, and today they kind of come unglued and didn't show, a little uncharacteristic of who they are in that first inning or two, and they got to get that under control. They're going to be playing tomorrow without their captain, Coach Lowry, but I'm sure they will overcome that. So each team's got a lot to overcome, and I think whoever comes out of this thing tomorrow is going to be battle tested and going to represent our state, our area really, really well downstate.
Yeah, both teams clearly have, I guess at this point in the year, figured out how to play each other. It's just going to come down to who plays better tomorrow. It should be a great game from Sager Field, 6 p.m. start time. We go on the air at 5:45, but for Tripp Tobin, Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio. Kyler High, our cameraman, I'm Nick Verzolini, saying so long here from the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. And, again, we'll be back tomorrow for Game 3 between the Eagles and the Cougars.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Trips Flooring, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Burke Schultz Herman and Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Larry DeMarco Team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, Hagerstown Ford, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations Robert Fields and Sons, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Floor Pools, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, The Palace Lounge, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mirius Group Ameriprise Financial Services LLC, and the Berkeley County Health Department.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.